What I really want to start off with is just letting you guys know the market is insanely hot. If you're looking around for housing right now, you've probably already noticed that.
Live behind decisions I chose. Peaks feel good and the valleys get low. Chains for the tires in the rain, hail, snow. It's like this everywhere that I go, everywhere that I go.
Hey everybody, it's Hussein Kabani, your favorite broker. So it's May 3rd, and we're going to give you a bit of a market update here. Let you know what's going on kind of in the GTA in terms of real estate, more specifically in kind of Pickering, Durham area. What I really want to start off with is just letting you guys know the market is insanely hot. If you're looking around for housing right now, you've probably already noticed that. And just a quick stats, and we'll get it over with the numbers quickly, okay? Like ripping a Band-Aid. So basically in March, throughout the GTA, we had about 6,785 sales that occurred in the GTA. That's both freehold and condo. And we average with an inventory of about 10,250. So that's on average how many houses were available, okay? And basically in April, we sold 7,400 properties, and we average with about 10,575 listings available for sale. Now, the reason for me to throw out these stats out there for you right away is that I want you to understand that we are actually having really good sales every single month, but what we're not having is really any inventory building up. And this is what's actually creating this pricing, this bidding war that's going on right now. So even as of today, we have basically somewhere around 10,750 listings available for sale today. And specifically in Durham, we have less than 1,000 listings available for sale. So in the last couple of weeks, we've been caught into a lot of multiple offer situations, especially with our buyers where, we're competing with, anywhere between 5 and 25 offers. And we really don't see this kind of going away, because right now what we're looking at is that we are in the spring market. And right now in a normal market, we probably would have had, two sets of buyers here, okay? One set of buyer is that, they're done with their place. They need to get into the market. They're going to need to make a move no matter what. And the second set of buyers during this time would be somebody that has kids that needs to coordinate their move in order to accommodate their kids for the school year. So they'd be doing transactions right now too. And the other group, the third group that we're getting into this right now, what we don't typically see is what I'm going to call the pent-up buyer, okay? So this is the buyer that has been kind of sitting in the background saying, oh, the market's coming down, the market's coming down. And now all of a sudden where they're seeing the market kind of climb, they're like, oh my God, like the prices are already up so much. I better make a move and get in here. So this is where we're seeing that additional buyer coming in. And this is what's happening is we're not allowing our inventory to build up. So that's one of the issues that we're seeing right now. The other issue that we're seeing right now with having limited amount of inventory is we have a bunch of sellers right now, but they also need to buy. So in order to get their house on the market, we're going to have to be able to find something. So this is what's also choking the supply of houses coming on the market. So we have people that are looking to buy, but they're not going to put their houses on the market up until they're able to buy, and then they will be able to sell their property. Now, do we think this is going to go away anytime soon? It's really hard to tell. So nobody has a crystal ball. It's really hard to time the market and all of this, but what we could kind of see is the next 2, maybe 3 months moving forward from here, and I really don't think so. The Bank of Canada is probably going to come out with some kind of a, update on interest rates later on this month, and I have a gut feeling that it's probably going to stay the same. I think the concern with raising the rate right now is that, not everyone is completely balanced, and that might still cause a problem with them when they're still trying to service this debt if they raise it any higher. And if they lower the rate right now, I feel like what's going to happen is it's going to cause even more of a buyer frenzy in the market. So I have a gut feeling that the Bank of Canada might just hold their rate steady at this point right now. And in terms of inventory, like I said, we're seeing inventory basically stay stagnant. We're not building it up. And I think that's going to continue to be the case. I want to say roughly right now from our all-time high, we're probably recovered 70% of the price roughly has been already recovered from where we went down from the all-time high. And if we continue at this pace, I have a gut feeling, before the end of the year, we're going to be back to our all-time high pricing. I mean, there's a lot of variables in all of this, and things can change very quickly. We've seen the markets change within a month. So that's why I'm very hesitant to say what's going to happen this fall. So right now, sitting at the beginning of May, I think May is still going to be a strong month. June's going to be a strong month. And then we're going to have to kind of simmer in the summer and say what's going to happen over here. If you're a buyer out there that probably doesn't have to sell something, it may be that you might have a better opportunity in the summer, in July, August, okay? It's not to say that the prices are going to come down, which I don't think they are based on what I'm looking at right now, but it just might become a little bit less competitive for you to be able to get into the market. Whereas, like I'm saying, we're seeing 5 to maybe 25 offers on a property. Maybe you won't be competing with anybody, or maybe there's only going to be 2 or 3 offers at that time. So that's the only difference at this point that I see kind of happening in the summer. I still do think in the fall, we're probably going to have another, a lift in the market for the people that are going to trade before the end of the year. And so I think we're more or less kind of settling into a normal market, but it's all going to depend on how much inventory that we have and how many buyers that are willing to kind of purchase in this market right now. And as you guys can already kind of see, that foreign buyers band is not really doing anything to us, okay? And even the interest rates being at where they are right now, it's not really affecting the market. I mean, right now, if we look at the variable rate, I think you probably get something around the 6%. If you look at like an insured mortgage for 5 years, we're probably going to be looking somewhere around the 4.6-ish rate right now. Even when we look at the mortgage rates right now, and you're going to get a 4.6 or a 4.75, in my opinion, it's actually very, very reasonable. I'm going to take you all the way back to 2004 when I purchased my first property. My first mortgage had a 5% interest at 27. I sold that first property and bought the second property, and there I was at 5.7%. So when we're at this market and we're saying, hey, interest rates is above 4.5%, guys, I think that's completely normal. That being said, do I think that there's a chance that the rate will come down a bit more towards the end of the year next year? I think that there is that chance, but I think we're going to have that healthy balance of not lowering the rate too quickly and causing a buyer frenzy in the market at the same time, because we just, in my opinion, don't have the inventory to support it. That's my opinion about what's kind of been happening in the market and where I kind of see it going moving forward. If you guys have any questions, my link is going to be open to my calendar. I love talking about real estate, okay? I know some of you have already taken advantage of that, and I've carved out, 15, 30 minutes to talk to you guys, and I love doing it. So feel free to use that calendar link, and otherwise, please leave me a comment, like, subscribe, and see you guys on the next one. Until next time, guys, remember one thing: get Kabani, get sold.
Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold.